You know, growing up, I always knew I was different. I mean, I always felt weird. I felt like I didn't belong. I felt like I didn't fit in. There was always this little voice that said, "You're supposed to be more. Why not?" Growing up in a trailer home, there was this voice that said, "Trailer home? Your home? No." Looking in my closet, not having many options, a voice said, "No, you can have more." There was always a voice that said, "Just follow the crowd." No. Do nothing, play video games and chill. No. There was this voice that said, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, do what everyone else is doing. Lie, cheat, steal. Don't dream." No. There was signs, guys. I mean, I felt different, but those were some of the signs I had. And when I walked in a room or whenever I went, I would hear stuff like, "I've never met anyone like you," or "I wish everyone was like you." There was always, I always stood out, and and that voice is just one of my like indicators of, okay, I am different. I get it. And what makes me different is I knew what I'm about. You see, this is where people kind of get confused here, man. For real. People say, well, what I'm about is love. What I'm about is this or that. But this is how I define what I'm about. Here it is. Where you're going. So many people say they're about all these things that those are describing words. I'm a lover. Okay, but what are you about? Is that, if you're a lover, what does that mean? What are you actively doing? What are you about? Are you about hugging people? Are you about holding the door open for people? Are you feeding the homeless? That's love. That's what I think love is. I think love is like that. What are you about? What are you about? What I mean by that is, where are you going? You got to make where you're going what you're about. You understand? I'm all about setting the example. In fact, guys, I'm not one to boast, but I have a good story. One day, a cousin came to me and says, "Xavier, I need to talk to you." So he pulls me aside, and this cousin says, "X, man, you don't have to be good. You can curse, you can break some rules, you can do this." And I looked at him, and I said, "Thanks for your input. Thank you. Have a good one." And I walked away. I didn't say much, but when I was leaving, I said, he doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. Xavier Perez, I can't do that. And at the time, I wasn't able to translate it and word it. I didn't have it all together until years later. But now I know. You know what I know? I know what I'm about. I know where I'm going. I'm about setting the example, creating a legacy where I can make a difference. I can show people, hey, there's an ethical guy here. Hey, one day when I die and my future kids here, they can say, "Dad, he wasn't perfect. He wasn't the best. He didn't know it all or anything, but he did his absolute best. He cared. He went out there and set the example of good. He went out there and he put out his hand for you. He believed in you when no one else did. And more importantly, he showed us that it's possible. If you work hard, you can have options in life." He created a legacy to where I don't have to be ashamed of my last name. He created a legacy that sets the example. He created a legacy that helped people. That's what I'm about. And just like my cousin, I don't know where that person is now, but you don't understand. And that's why I'm creating this video, is because I need y'all guys to understand. I need y'all guys to understand that you need to decide what you're about. Okay? And don't make it so little. Don't use describing words. Please, for the life of me, if you get one thing, please, from this video, please, for the life of me, make what you're about, where you're going. Because all the successful people that you see, they didn't get there by halfway doing the things that they wanted to do. All the actors you see, they spent heartaches. They went through meltdowns. They went through barriers and walls and crashes. Those singers, those greats you see, baby, they went through it because they made that journey what they wanted, what they're about. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, on my journey towards my success, what separates me, what separates me, what I do, is I make where I'm going, what I'm about. And every fiber of my body, everything in me is about creating that legacy, a legacy that sets the example, the example that says, I care about you, I love you, and I'm also gonna create options for myself and my family and for other people. We can do it together. Alright guys, I gotta go. Excuse me, I gotta go, but please, go, and go make what you're about, where you're going.